mine, and I love it any time of year, but especially during the fall apple season. These are harvest apple brownies. They are delicious, they are moist and juicy, and I think that you'll really enjoy making them for your family. An easy recipe, and I'm gonna show you how to get started. We're gonna take butter. After the butter, you're gonna add 2 cups of brown sugar. Butter and brown sugar, the basis for all deliciousness when it comes to baking. And you're gonna cream those 2 ingredients together. So once you have your butter and your brown sugar creamed together, we're gonna add in 2 eggs. And you're gonna add in 2 teaspoons of vanilla. I know it's hard to believe, but there really is a difference with the different qualities of vanilla. So if you invest in one thing for baking, make it a good vanilla. It makes all the difference in the world. So we're gonna mix together the eggs and the vanilla. And once we've combined those, we'll start to add our dry ingredients. So I'm gonna start to sprinkle in 2 cups of flour, just all-purpose flour, a little bit at a time. You can see the dough starts to get thick, but it'll loosen up a lot once we start to add the apples. You're gonna add 2 teaspoons of baking powder and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Once you have that fairly well mixed, giving my mixer here a good workout, I go around the bowl, kind of fold in anything that didn't get mixed in. And now we're gonna add in our apples. It's 1½ cups of chopped apples. I peel the apples. Make sure you also use an apple that's really good for baking. Granny Smith is great in this recipe. I'm using Empire apples today. You wanna make sure that you use an apple that's not gonna get too mushy during the baking process. You want it to have still a little bit of texture when you bite into the softness of the brownie. And the juice from those apples really kind of allow this batter to loosen up a little bit, and it becomes a little bit easier to work with. So now that I have my apples and my dough all mixed together, I need to put it into a 13×9 pan. This will bake at 350 degrees, but you wanna just do a little bit of a butter rub, grease the pan. I don't know how you do that. My grandmother taught me put a little bit on top of a paper towel. That way your hands don't get covered in it, and you just use that to spread and wipe around. It gives you a really even coat, thin, and ensures no sticking. Okay. So now we're gonna take our batter and dump it into this pan. You could bake this in a smaller square pan if you want. The brownies will be thicker. I have to be honest, I like it better in a 13×9. I like them a little bit thinner. I don't like them to be too thick and cake-like. I like them to be sort of soft. You know how like sometimes you get a chocolate chip cookie and it's underbaked just a little bit and it's so good? That's what you want for these brownies. So once you have the batter evenly spread through all of the corners, 350 degrees for about a ½ an hour. You want it to be golden brown across the top. So we'll go put this in the oven and they'll be ready in about a ½ an hour. So once you've had your brownies baked, they're nice and golden brown and you've let them cool, slice them into squares and dust them with a little powdered sugar. No frosting necessary here, just a little bit of that sweet snow. And that is how you make delicious harvest apple brownies.